I'm Angel Ingram, Chief II Tax Information Officer with Karme. No taxpayer wants to hear that they owe the IRS back taxes, or that they're in tax debt. Whether it's from an IRS audit, a tax return mistake, or simply not filing yet, it can happen to anyone. Even though 3 out of 4 people get a refund each year, that means 1 out of 4 owes. Owing taxes is a fact of life, and those amounts can pile up fast, especially once penalties or interest kick in, or if you owe for multiple years. Today, let's break down how to navigate back taxes and tax debt calmly, clearly, and confidently. Back taxes are usually recent liabilities, something you owe from a current or recent year. Tax debt, on the other hand, is older and typically larger than unpaid taxes. And there are 3 general levels of back taxes and tax debt every taxpayer should understand. Level 1. You owe taxes this year and can't pay the full amount when it's due. In this case, you can usually start an installment agreement, a payment plan directly with the IRS, to pay over time. It's the simplest level and often the easiest to resolve. Level 2. You owe back taxes, meaning you filed prior year returns but never paid, or maybe your payments were slow, or you never filed at all. You can start or update an installment agreement to include those older years, or file your missing returns and pay what you owe. This is where staying proactive makes all the difference. Level 3. You've entered tax debt territory, meaning the IRS has already sent multiple letters warning of a levy or lien, or they've already taken that action. At this stage, you're dealing with collection activity, but you still have options and rights. The key is not to ignore those notices. Tax debt often happens when a taxpayer becomes unresponsive or stops making payments. Ignoring IRS letters or missing payments on an installment plan can quickly move your balance into tax debt status. And remember, interest and penalties continue to accrue on unpaid balances, increasing the total over time. The good news is that the IRS currently works closely with taxpayers to help resolve back taxes. If you owe this year and can't pay, there are many options, including installment agreements, temporary relief, or even adjustments for financial hardship. So don't panic. The sooner you reach out, the more solutions you'll have. State tax agencies can be stricter than the IRS when it comes to collecting back taxes. Many states are more aggressive, and right now, tight state budgets mean they're enforcing even faster. So if you owe both state and federal, make sure you manage both situations, and don't wait to act. If you already have a payment plan with the IRS, you can update it to include new balances. During the pandemic, the IRS even extended repayment periods and made it easier to revise existing agreements, and those flexible programs are still available today. Whether it's 1 year or several, there's usually a manageable way forward. If you owe money, you owe money. You can call it whatever you want, a pickle or a potato chip, but it's still a debt that needs to be handled. Owing the IRS or your state, or worse, both, can be stressful, but you have options and you have rights. You don't want back taxes to turn into tax debt, or debt to turn into collections. At Karme Financial and Business Services, we help clients resolve IRS and state tax debts every day, with clarity, confidence, and compassion. Learn more at mykarme.com, and remember, don't panic, don't ignore it, just call Karma.